The India-Bangladesh border at Sukdebpur in Malda district continues to witness heightened tensions over the installation of barbed wire fencing. The issue escalated just about 48 hours ago when the border guard Bangladesh objected to the work being carried out by the CPWD with assistance from the Border Security Force. Yesterday, we brought you visuals of a confrontation between locals of both the sides, which temporarily halted the fencing work. Today, we bring you new visuals of responses from locals and residents who've taken charge of the situation. In a show of solidarity, residents of Sukdebpur have actively supported the BSF, taking turns to guard the border area overnight. Their demand is clear. The fencing work must be completed to ensure safety and security. Listen into this.
ভারতবর্ষের একমাত্র বর্ডার পার্শ্ববর্তী এলাকা বাংলাদেশ এবং ভারতের যে সীমান্তবর্তী এলাকা সেই সীমান্তবর্তী এলাকায় বসবাস করি। এখানে যে তারবাড়া হবে সেই তারবাড়াতে বাংলাদেশের ফৌজ এবং বাংলাদেশের যে পাবলিক ওরা কিন্তু সেই তারবাড়াতে খুবই বাধা বিপত্তি করছে। এই নিয়ে আমরা বিএসএফের সাথে হাতে হাত মিলিয়ে কাঁধে কাঁধ মিলিয়ে আমরা ওখানেই চাই, ওখানেই একমাত্র আমরা তারবাড়া করব। কারণ এই যে জায়গা, এই জায়গা দিয়ে বাংলাদেশের সমস্ত জঙ্গি, বাংলাদেশের আতঙ্কবাদী, বাংলাদেশের চোর আমাদের এখানে আসে এবং আমাদের কোনকে অনেক ক্ষয়ক্ষতি করে। এই এলাকার মানুষ এখন খুবই অশান্তির মধ্যে আছে, খুবই ভয়ের মধ্যে আছে, কি না কি হয়ে যেতে পারে। তাই আমরা চাই যত সত্তর যত তাড়াতাড়ি হোক আমাদের এই তারবাড়া হোক।
We're also being joined by my colleague Kishle live from the Bangla newsroom, and also our guest on the broadcast this evening, Major General AJB Jaini, who is a defense expert. Kishle, tell us more about the situation that erupted at the borders in West Bengal with Bangladesh.
Well, exactly. I'll give you quick updates before going to our guests and I'll give you the latest update what's happening in the border right now as we speak. The BSF has increased the patrolling in the whole area. On the other hand, in some of the areas, the installation of barbed wire continues. But in some areas, there were some, in fact, from the other side of the border, from the locals and BGB as well, there were some opposition towards fencing of the border. Now, we don't know why that's happening because it's highly unnatural. And I'll go to Major General AJB Jaini. He's a defense expert and he is joining us live on the show. Sir, this is very highly unlikely and unusual that India is putting fence on its side of the border and we are putting fence well on the land which belongs to India. What and how the BGB can oppose or have any kind of rights to say that we cannot put barbed wire in our area? That's our area. We can do whatever we want in that area, sir.
Well, let me first thank you for calling me on your channel and sharing my whatever my experience of that area is. Let me also first share my credentials with you that I have been serving in that area of Tripura. I was the Brigadier General Staff in charge of that place, and I am fully aware of the situation in Tripura and its border and implications with Bangladesh. Now, let me start by first saying that Tripura is a border state. It is a very sensitive state, more so because it is absolutely adjacent and bordering Bangladesh, which till hitherto was friendly, but now has become a geopolitical problem for our country. Secondly, the border. The border with Bangladesh, Tripura and Bangladesh is very, very complex. It is riverine, it has got jungles, it is not a straight line, it has got enclaves on either side where our people are living on their side and their people are living on our side, and it is not a straight line. And above all, the border is not fenced, neither is it properly marked with border pillars. There are infrequent border pillars. You'll find them 3 kilometers, 4 kilometers apart. But the border, the whole border with Tripura and Bangladesh is a highly complex border. I still remember a conference in Tripura, in Agartala, where the DGP of the Border Security Force said that with the kind of troops that he has in his hand, it is impossible to man that border and to have to do border management, man to man, man to man, man to man, because the border is so long, several hundreds of kilometers, and the troop strength is not
Exactly.
enough.
Major General Jaini, sir, I would ask you a very simple question, sir. You have served there, and we have the honor to host you right now, and you know the area so well, sir. How the BGB or the local people would come up and say that you cannot put a fence on your side of the border? It's for our security. You guys, I mean the Bangladeshis, send us criminals through those borders, and it is our right to fence those borders. What should be done now, sir? They're creating problems.
Look, technically what you are saying is right. We have the right to make the fence the border, just like we have fenced the Jammu Kashmir border, just like we have fenced the Rajasthan border, just like we have fenced the Punjab border. We have all the political rights and international rights to fence our border. Now let us look at the socio-economic condition. There have been cases, now why cases? It has been an ongoing practice where people from Bangladesh cross over the border, come to Agartala, work for the whole day, earn money, peddling rickshaws, selling vegetables, selling chicken and fish and other things, and they go back. The same evening they go back. It's quite a funny situation. And it is not also very easy to fence the border, because somewhere you will find jungle, somewhere you will find water channels, somewhere you will find broken ground. It is not easy to fence that border. I agree with you that we must fence the border, and I am sure today's engineers would be able to find ways and means of overcoming the terrain problem, the problem of riverine cuts, the water channels and the jungles and the broken terrain. We have done this in J&K, so I'm sure we can definitely fence that border. And fencing has now become very, very necessary. We must do it, irrespective of what the temporary government or the administrative powers that be of Muhammad Yunus in Bangladesh.
Exactly, sir.
Whatever they may
exactly,
say.
Sir. Very important point you have raised there. We must do it because it's for our national security, it's for our own security. I thank you, Major General Jaini there. And as he was saying very clearly, I'll go back to the studio after this. As he was saying very clearly, it is for our national security that we need to fence the borders as soon as possible. But there are economic implications that stop that. But for us, the security of India and our national interest comes first. As we always say, India first and nation first. Back to the studio.
Right, Kishle, thanks very much for joining us on the broadcast. For now, it's time to shift focus to get more news from Assam.